All right, good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Wiley's unrequested content, Wiley Motorsports Entertainment. We're gonna do some minecart rail building this evening. Usually I do this with my son, but unfortunately it's a bit late. I got done playing Call of Duty with my boy Carter in Idaho, and I always try to stream Call of Duty, and for some reason, it is just refusing to do so. I don't know if it overloads my Xbox or it's older, it's from 2016, but the 1 terabyte edition. But I don't know, or it's the router issue or whatever. But every time I've tried to stream it the last couple days, it dropped frames everywhere, throws the KBS just through the floor. So I just finally just said to hell with it. So instead, I'm just gonna do this, and there we go. Anyway, just gonna do this and Rocket League, probably for the time being. Whenever the Hogwarts game comes out, and talk to the wife, I might end up having to get that one because that one looks really interesting. Hogwarts Legacy or something. So, at any rate, we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can play some little bits of video clips in here while we're working. Let's see if we can get that one to play. This is a scene with Worf from Deep Space Nine, my favorite TV show of all time. I'm a huge fan of Worf, Martok, Captain Sisko, Carrick, and every other major character, Major Kira, from that show. I'll do that, and then we're going to try to go here and do this.
Let me guess. Klingon blood wine.
Prune juice, chilled.
Fruit juice.
As you can
If
see,
you say so.
we've built these to connect to various different cities, and then I'm just going to go ahead and build rail lines out of them.
Commander, over here. Dr. Julian Bashir, Lieutenant Commander Worf.
Care for a game of darts?
I do not play games.
It's like poker, but with pointed tips. All right, think of it as target practice.
The object is to throw this dart and hit that board over there.
Aim for the dot in the middle.
Well, you saw how he was acting.
I can't believe you did that.
Well, he didn't leave me any choice.
Wait. What does she do?
She knocked out Lancelot.
He kissed me.
He's supposed to kiss you.
But I was playing a married woman.
Lieutenant Commander Worf. This is Lieutenant Commander Jadzia Dax
Whereas
and
my
Major
brain
Kira
will not
Nerys,
find where the rail went off to.
our first officer.
Ah, jeez. Good lord, I'm getting old.
Nice hat.
I don't usually dress like this.
I don't usually dress like this.
So I noticed.
We were in the Hollow Suite.
So I gathered.
That's what it was.
You used to be Curzon Dax.
That's right. And I don't usually dress like this either.
Curzon's name is an honored one among my people.
Look, Ajik Chimtala.
I suppose so.
I suppose so.
I did find out what she said to him.
And hurry!
I don't remember the name of the actor in this scene, but he was extremely
Excuse
good
me.
at playing an asshole.
What did you say to him? It loses something in the translation.
This blood wine is cold! Get me another one!
You are Drex, son of Martok.
That's right.
I am Worf, son of Moog.
I love Klingon culture. Like the Wild West.
He's good.
What did I tell you?
just gonna get rid of this stupid block here, because I hate when the game puts stuff in the air that is just sort of floating there. It's stupid. It drives me crazy.
Enter.
I have come for my son's duck tongue.
Give it
to me.
Or
Or I will take it from you.
Now that you are here, I have no further need of it.
Rob my son.
To rob my son of his honor. Just to get my attention.
You cannot take away what someone does not have.
You're saying my son is without honor.
I am saying your son is a coward and a liar.
God, I love this show.
That remains to be seen. Impossible. Everyone was.
I never liked him on DS9. It was, except for a couple episodes like Redemption Part 1 and 2, written by Ronald D. Moore.
It is over.
It's just, he
Admiral
just
Henry
wasn't
called an
anywhere
end to any
near
more
as good on
plans.
Next Generation.
That's good.
DS9 was where that character was let out to
Admiral Satie has left
let
the
loose. I
Enterprise.
guess is the correct way of looking at it. Came into his own, I suppose. Probably a better way of phrasing it.
Torture of heretics, burning of witches, all ancient history. Then, before you can blink an eye, suddenly it threatens to start all over again.
I believed her. I hoped her. I did not see what she was.
This is supposedly a list of Worf's best
Those
moments?
who twirl their mustaches
Really?
against the spot. Those
Really?
who clothe themselves in good
Oh,
deeds and
God.
camouflaged.
I think after yesterday, people will not be so ready to trust her.
Maybe. But she, or someone like her, will always be with us, waiting for the right climate in which to flourish. Spreading fear in the name of righteousness.
Yeah, it's called left-wing people now. Virtue signaling their asses off.
Vigilance, Mr. Worf.
Of course, when he spoke those words,
To continually pay.
they're sitting there on right-wing people, but, you know, nowadays, that statement is far more applicable to the opposite side of the political aisle. Let's see. The problem with playing this on your PC is that you have to do that, and then go over here to do that. Now it's supposed to be best Worf moments. There we go. Bingo. Not sure why it does that, but
All right, Niners, I see some chatter.
Hey, batter, 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 batter. Hey, batter, 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 batter.
Death to the opposition.
I love Worf. Death to the opposition. Damn right.
He didn't touch home, Nog. Is that true? What do I do?
Find him and kill him.
Just tag him out.
Have a little visitor. Oh, come here.
See, stuff like that episode where Worf is
exactly
kind of
is this
joking
infant
but not
doing in
joking,
my
going
home?
find him and kill him. They're gonna make Worf a pacifist in Picard season 3, which I refuse to watch season 1 and 2.
You're holding him wrong.
Garbage.
Leave us.
Who's making these lists? These lists are terrible. Oh, it's women making these lists. This is not Worf's best moments.
Gong, gong.
I was instructing your son in Hep Doop.
Doop.
As a Klingon exercise designed to teach children hand-eye coordination, so they will grow up to become warriors.
Oh, I get it. The rattle is like the baby's first backleth kind of thing.
How do you do?
He acquitted himself well.
I hate having to do this every time. This was priceless.
Sarkidian is the headquarters of the entire 12th Order.
Yes. You'll take 15 Vorcha-class battlecruisers in first to soften their defenses. Then, General Chuvak,
Chancellor, that world is one of the most heavily fortified positions in the entire Cardassian Empire. 15 battle cruisers will barely scratch their defenses.
If you lack the courage to fight an uphill battle, then perhaps you should retire to your bed.
Them's fighting words in the Klingon Empire. Don't say that shit.
I will fight any battle.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. For the Empire.
Spoken like a true warrior. After Martok has softened their defenses...
No. We cannot attack Zubridian.
Yep.
I decide what can and cannot be
Bitch,
done.
no, you don't.
You rule without wisdom and without honor. The warriors that are gathered here would not say this to you, but I will.
Damn right.
You are squandering our ships and our lives on a petty act of vengeance.
I should have known better than to trust you again. If you were a true Klingon, I would kill you where you stand. Fortunately for
Ain't nobody
you,
stopping you.
that child
Put up or shut up, fool.
shields you from your rightful fate.
There's only one response to that, baby.
What I say now, I say as a member of the House of Bartok, not a Starfleet officer.
Yeah, we
You
don't.
have dishonored yourself and the Empire.
Oh, yeah.
And you are not worthy to lead the Council.
There can be
The only one
answer to that.
That's right, baby. Vote of no confidence. Of the extreme sort.
Worf. This is madness.
I hate that you have to, like, silence the music. We'll see if it gets dinged by YouTube. Not like it's monetized. You wouldn't think they'd care. I ain't making any money, fool. Just trying to enjoy things I love.
You will not have this day.
And that's how a new chancellor is appointed. Strongest survive. Klingon Empire, baby. See, it's like he hated having to do that because at one point it was his friend, but the dude had become corrupt. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta do the right thing. You always gotta do the right thing. And unfortunately, in that situation, that was the right thing.
Wait. Hear me.
No. No, I don't want power. No, I don't want power. Nah.
What I have done was for the Empire. A new day must dawn for our people. I am not the man to usher in that day.
I know a guy who is.
But there is a man here who can.
Worf, I do not seek leadership.
Kalis said,
That is why you
great
must be.
men do not seek power.
Have power thrust upon them.
They have power thrust upon them. Hail Bartok, leader of the Empire.
Damn right.
Leader of destiny.
See? Because he was a good man of good moral character. Oh, here's one about how cool Cisco is.
Commander,
He really was,
prepare
though.
2 quantum torpedoes. Have engineering attach a cargo pod with 200 kilograms of trilithium to each torpedo.
Yes, sir, but
what?
the extra mass of the cargo pod will make the torpedo less effective. Maquis raiders are small and maneuverable.
I'm not planning to fire at any ships, Mr. Worf. Major, what is the nearest Maquis colony?
Solosos 3, less than an hour away.
Helm, set a course for Solosus 3.
Aye, sir.
Major, I want you to send the following message on all Maquis frequencies.
Don't
To all the
with me.
members of the Maquis Resistance, this is Captain Sisko of the USS Defiant. In response to the Maquis' use of biogenic weapons in their recent attacks, I'm about to take the following action. In exactly 1 hour, I will detonate 2 quantum torpedoes that will scatter trilithium resin into the atmosphere of Solosus 3. I thereby will make the planet uninhabitable to all human life for the next 50 years. I suggest evacuation plans begin immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't work. All right.
What are you waiting for, people? Carry out your
You
orders.
got your orders. Do what I said. Alright, so we
Set
have to
torpedo
make
targets to
that
50
straight,
kilometers
go
above
into
ground
that
level.
straight,
Lock.
so-
Ready, Captain.
Time?
1 minute left. There's still no transport ship activity or any other sign they're beginning to evacuate.
Commander Worf, prepare to fire torpedoes on my mark.
Detach safeties on torpedoes 1 and 2.
Incoming transmission.
That
It's
got their
aimed.
attention.
What are you really up to, Javert? You expect me to believe that a decorated Starfleet officer, the pride of the service, is going to poison an entire planet?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Commander, launch torpedoes.
I got it.
Commander,
Take that guy.
I said launch torpedoes.
Aye, sir.
Trilithium resin is dissipating throughout the biosphere. The Maquis are scrambling their transport ships. They're starting to evacuate.
Do you realize what you've done?
I've only just begun. I'm going to eliminate every Maquis colony in the DMZ.
You're talking about turning hundreds of thousands of people into homeless refugees.
That's right. When you attacked the Malinche, you proved one thing. That the Maquis have become an intolerable threat to the security of the Federation, and I am going to eliminate that threat.
But think about those people you saw in the caves. Huddled and starving, they didn't attack the Malinche.
You should have thought about that before you attacked a Federation starship. Helm! Lay in a course for Tracken 2, Warp 6. Commander, prepare 2 more torpedoes.
Set course 050
Unlock
mark
safeties on torpedoes
179.
3 and 4.
Can't you see what's happening to you? You're going against everything you claim to believe in. And for what? To satisfy a personal vendetta?
You betrayed your uniform!
And you're betraying yours, right now! The sad part is you don't even realize it. I feel sorry for you, Captain. This obsession with me. Look what it's cost you.
Major, shut that thing off! Commander Worf, prepare to launch torpedoes!
Wait!
This is how you win situations. You have to make the other side believe you are batshit crazy enough to do really bad
You
things.
call off your attack.
That's how you keep assholes in
I'll
control.
turn over all our biogenic weapons.
That's why I like the
enough.
previous president, not the current president. Loved how he dealt with North Korea in the exact same fashion. Same way Reagan
Right,
dealt with
sure.
Russia.
I'll give you what you want.
It's a negotiating tactic, but it's an effective one.
Me.
Warp, make every shot count.
Attack wings and batteries. Concentrate your firepower on Section 17 of the outer docking ring. We have to penetrate their shields.
Switching to auxiliary power, but I do not know how long it will hold.
Defiant to Captain Cisco.
Dax, go ahead.
We've set the last mine.
Activate the field and return to the station.
Yes, sir. Dax out. The Dominion fleet is regrouping. And I'm detecting another wave of enemy ships entering Bajoran space.
What are your orders, Captain?
We've done all we can here. Notify all remaining Starfleet personnel. We're evacuating the station. When I first took command of this post, all I wanted was to be somewhere else. Anywhere but here. But now, 5 years later, this has become my home, and you have become my family. And leaving the station, leaving you, is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But this war isn't over yet.
A lot of people realized it at the time, although a lot of people watching it now don't. This was modeled nearly identically on General MacArthur having to leave the Philippines in World War II. He promised he'd be back, and eventually he came back. This entire segment, not segment, this last series of episodes starts with, say, at the end of season 5? Call to Arms, and several episodes into season 6, where they're not on the station, or most of them are not on the station, because the station's under occupation by Dominion/Cardassian forces and Gul Dukat and all that mess. So, and then eventually they take it back. Coincidentally, in the episodes, what is it? Sacrifice of Angels and the name of the other. Fortune Favors of Gold. Which was in time for the November. When they used to do the Nielsen ratings in November and I think May and February. It was like 3 times a year they would do the Nielsen ratings, and yeah, so they purposely did the episodes when they took the station back around November for ratings, but it made for epic television. So basically, from the time season 6 started in September, I don't remember what year. I want to say it's 99. Yeah, 97. To be 97, I think. I was like 16. It was like the greatest TV show ever. Yeah, it's good stuff. I highly recommend DS9. It's in my opinion, the best science fiction show ever put on TV.
I want you to know that while we were keeping the Dominion occupied, a Starfleet Klingon task force crossed the border into Cardassia and destroyed the Dominion shipyards on Taurus 3. Your sacrifices, our sacrifices, made that victory possible. No victory can make this moment any easier for me. And I promise I will not rest until I stand with you again. Here. In this place where I belong. Cisco to Defiant.
Standing by, sir.
1 to beam aboard.
Hi, Captain.
Are we ready?
As soon as you give the word, sir.
Mr. Garrick?
I'd like to come along if you don't mind. You never know when you might need a good tailor.
Just a simple tailor.
The fact is, I have nowhere else to go.
Welcome aboard.
Dax to Cisco.
I screwed up.
The Dominion fleet is coming around for another attack.
Release docking clamps. Prepare for departure.
Move! The Defiant! Starship Horn!
What the hell is Jake thinking?
Do we go back for him?
I can't risk the entire crew for one man, even though he is my son. Whether I like it or not, he is a man. Capable of making his own choices.
That's gotta be incredibly difficult as a father.
Maintain current course.
Aye, Captain.
I say that as a
We should
father, but
rendezvous
my son...
with the Federation task force in
as
48
autism,
hours.
so this is
And
not a
then what?
situation.
And then we make the Dominion
never
sorry
find
they ever
ourselves
set
in.
foot in the Alpha Quadrant.
Cadet, you took the words right out of my mouth.
But yeah. It's gotta be incredibly difficult. I hope YouTube doesn't hit for the stupid music. I mean, the music's great, don't get me wrong. It is interesting that, like, that some things get nailed by the bots and some things don't. So in order for me, instead of just opening up Paramount and playing little small snippets of it for a stream that practically nobody watches, and for just to share with things I love with the audience, you can't, because the bots get you. But all of these other people, including, by the way, one of my videos, which has 200,000 views on it, about the best of Garrick. That's somehow allowed, but yeah, it's very sporadic what they catch with the bots. That's interesting. I ain't never seen that before. Yeah, I love this. Don't with Cisco. That's a great title for a video. Don't with Cisco.
Her signal's been jammed.
Get a fix on the location.
You are correct.
Have a
Do
crew
not
deploy
with
to
Cisco.
man their stations. We'll meet you on the bridge. Deploying.
Forward scanners are detecting the Zoza at bearing 017 Mark 346.
I'm picking up another ship. It's got a tractor beam on the Zoza.
On screen.
Commander
I
K-Bach.
can't get through to Cassidy. They're still jamming our communications.
Hail the Klingon vessel.
This is Commander K-Bach of the Mjar. What is it you want?
I want to know why you stopped that ship.
We have orders to search all vessels attempting to leave Bajoran space.
Search them for what?
For shapeshifters. Each ship will be scanned, its cargo searched, and its crew members and passengers subjected to genetic testing.
On whose authority?
On the authority of Galrus and the Klingon High Council.
Klingon High Council has no jurisdiction over ships in Bajoran space.
We assumed you would welcome our assistance.
Fuck no!
Any evidence that there are changelings aboard this particular ship?
How can we have evidence until we conduct our tests?
Commander, Bajoran law strictly prohibits any unwarranted search and seizure of vessels in our territory.
I have my orders.
The Klingon ship has increased power to its tractor beam. It looks like they're preparing to board the Zoza.
Major, raise shields. Power up the forward phasers. See if that gets their attention.
Shields up. Forward phasers standing by.
They're still not releasing the tractor beam.
Alright.
Fire warning.
You're gonna force my hand.
Off this starboard bow.
Yes, sir.
Look around, find out, man.
Commander K-Bach would like to speak with you.
Of course he
Let's
would.
see what he has to say.
Captain, this is outrageous!
I agree. You need to make choice. You're violating Bajoran law. Now, I will ask you one last time. Release that ship for me.
We are your allies.
Major,
If you acting stupid, it don't matter, man.
engines. Prepare to fire
Sorry.
with command.
Phasers ready.
Not gonna put up with this crap.
Strong. Gowron will hear of this.
I'm receiving a hail from the Zoza. It's Captain Youth.
Put her through.
Captain, I don't know what you said to those Klingons, but it must have been good.
Is everyone all right?
Everyone is fine.
I'm glad to hear it. We'll keep you on census as long as we can.
I doubt the Klingons will give you any more trouble.
I appreciate that, Captain. I'll
we'll
see
deal
you
with that
in
later.
about 2 weeks.
You know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Booty call. I mean, duty calls. She is a great actress, by the way. Fantastic actress. Penny Johnson.
Just outside Bajoran territory.
So now they're in unclaimed space. And if they decide to continue searching ships,
There's nothing we can do about it. Unless they try to stop a Federation or Bajoran vessel.
which so far they haven't done,
Captain, General Martok is to see you.
send him in.
Yes, sir.
Ah, General, we need to talk.
Savat.
Now, you find out later on that at this point in the story, beginning of season 4, Captain Martok has been replaced by a changeling.
Why did he give it to
So
me?
he acts a bit different than
He's
the
letting
real
you know
Martok
Kevin
who you
stay.
meet later on.
Martok probably had
I believe later that season, actually.
Which means our next confrontation with the Klingons won't be resolved so easily. Any suggestions, old man?
Whatever you're gonna do, you better do it
The
fast.
worse things are going to get. Whatever you decide to do, you'd better do it soon.
Curzon told me once that in the long run, the only people who can really handle the Klingons are Klingons. Get me Starfleet Command.
Really? Worf's sexism and... Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Goddamn feminists. By the way, if you never watched this guy's stuff from JT VFX, God, he is amazingly good.
I'm reading a cluster of warp signatures approaching, bearing 187 Mark 025. It's Starfleet, Benjamin.
And then what?
And then we make the Dominion sorry they ever set foot in the Alpha Quadrant.
Dad, you took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Let's see here. Actually, put this here. What we can do is actually, let's see here. Put in that. Yeah, actually, we can just take that right out of there. All right. And then there. Right there. I hate that stupid error. Not error, but traveling. Whatever the trader guy's name is. Get annoying. All right, there you go. Now, make a road that way. I wish they had like a kind of road that you can have in the desert, like they have what is it for that dirt path. I wish they had something like that. Mud. What the? That's new. Let me see this. Really? Huh. That's interesting. You know what? That might be an idea. Anyway, what I kind of wish they had was like this here. Or it was recessed like that. That would be cool. Make something that looks vaguely like a road. Not that stupid. Yeah, that could work. Try that. Looks kind of out of place. Let's try. What is this? Oh, hello. That's new. I don't recall seeing that before. Yeah, there you go. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Actually, kind of looks realistic. Let's see what a whole road would look like. Yeah, because that would look... If you were trying to do like Cairo or some other place in the Middle East in a certain period of time. Yeah, that looks... That looks alright, I guess. No, that don't. Yeah, is there any other options here? What does this look like? Yeah, I guess they didn't really... What you'd want would be the bottom of sandstone would be probably the best thing. Yeah, because there's really no... Yeah, there's really no version of that that really looks good. It matches the surrounding environment anyway. Never mind, I'll just stick with what I had. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Whatever. All right, and then let's see here. You've got that street as an entry point for the rail. We go up and past those houses, over around those houses, over around these houses. This does not need to be that. I'm sure this is riveting television. But, you know. No point in that being there because that doesn't go anywhere.
That is not necessary for you to know. All you need to know is that you will be found guilty and executed.
However, if you should decide to join us in our search for a quick end to this miserable war, your sentence will be reduced to life imprisonment.
If you want to end the war, why don't you convince the founders to surrender?
You know, my dear, it would be such a shame for you to die without the good Dr. Bashir knowing how you come to die.
Wait! Overconfidence. The hallmark of the Williams. Maybe the founders should eliminate that from your genetic recipe next time. I'll just make another copy of them, you know. You should have killed me. There's only one tomorrow.
I will keep that in mind.
I'm sure you will. Consider his offer, Klingon. You die in 2 days. Pick that up. Let's go.
Well, hello!
I'm glad to see you find the death of my predecessor so amusing.
Oh, you misjudge me. I miss him deeply. Here, let's drink to Wayun 7.
When will the prisoners be executed?
When the trial is completed, legal protocol must be observed.
When?
The execution is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon, 1400 hours.
Have they agreed to cooperate?
No. Maybe you should talk to Worf again.
Ah! Welcome to our command center. Of course, go right ahead.
Absolutely not. That database is classified.
What Legate Dema means to say is that our entire database is open to you. Feel free to examine it at your leisure.
Surely you don't mean that.
On the contrary, I'm quite sincere.
They don't need to know everything about our military operation in order to help us.
Decision was made by the founder herself. The founders also decided that from now on, your military recommendations will be submitted to Thought Gore, and he will pass it on to her.
I will not.
I trust that was simply an unguarded emotional outburst, so I will ignore it this time. Make plans to do exactly as the founder instructed, or you can schedule an execution for yourself as well.
Ready.
Oh, shut up.
Never liked Ezra Dex.
Look who's talking.
Most people didn't. Nothing against the actress. Character sucked. They should never have killed Jadzia, but, you know, backdoor decisions were made. Some BS happened. Personally, I think that had a lot to do with, Terry Farrell's agent giving her bad advice, making her think that that stupid-ass show with Ted Danson called Becker was going to be more successful than it was, and clearly they were wrong, but, yep. Things happen. That goes past there. That needs to go. That. Let's see, if you've got that on a wall, that should probably be on a pretty firm foundation. Along with that. Go away, you stupid. Get. Get. Annoying bastard. Even if you kill him, he comes back in like 3 minutes. And you can't turn him off either. Sadly. Alright, is that the end of the town? It's just that? Oh, that's easy. Alright. Question is, you gotta figure out where you're gonna go after that. I seem to recall that there is a town there? Yeah. And I purposely picked this map. Now we gotta figure that out. Purposely picked this map because I like I really like the Middle Eastern type Arab towns. Wait a minute, I have fucked up here. Or have I? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yep. That I did. That wouldn't be me if there wasn't a screw up. Alright. That fixes that problem. Nope. Ah, you bastard. Move, you stupid animal. Alright, I'll deal with that in a bit. Now what we'll do is we will make that the end of the road, per se. I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that, so we're just going to cover that, all of that up. Excuse me. I have no, since this is on creative mode, I have no intention of mining it. So, it's just sort of in the way. Now, when there's cool stuff that's like underground, then I will usually, well, I will always, lay tracks underground. Like I said, I'm sure this is just riveting for television. I stopped playing this game for a bit because we had an original file in the Xbox, and that file, for whatever reason, one day got the weird pink stuff in it. I don't know if, I think it was an issue between the Xbox not syncing up correctly with whatever latest version. I don't know. But the entire map that my son and I have been working on for years, basically it refused to sync, and all the stuff that I had built in the past 2 years, that was after the first year or so, all of that is gone. So like the stuff that I started with, where I spent, I want to say, about a week finding an underwater monument, even on creative mode. God damn, it took forever. sponging out all of the damn water, like building a glass roof over it, and then sponging out by hand all of the water. That took forever, and all of it. We had some rather inappropriate stuff in there. I'm pretty sure YouTube probably wouldn't like it. A friend of mine, because I'm a mechanic, this is my sense of humor. A friend of mine, a couple friends of mine, my best friend in LA, he's Filipino, so he's always making jokes about Asians and tiny dicks. And so he built this little tiny dick on my island where I'd built my house. And so that was kind of a running joke. And of course, he was black, so it was like the BBC joke, which is kind of a running thing with mechanics. It's an alternate term for RTV, which is gasket making material you put between like oil pans and engine blocks and stuff. But anyway, because I'm kind of have a reputation for using RTV, there's a lot of jokes in various parts of Facebook and stuff that I hang out in that call me the king of RTV or the king of BBC Big Black Cock, because RTV is like it comes in a giant cocking gun. Anyway, it's funny. So he built this little tiny big black cock on my island out of bricks, and it was funny. And then I took that as a challenge, and I said, "That's not a dick. This is a dick." And then I literally built, I don't even know how many, probably about 100 or so, 100, 150 blocks long, giant dick. I actually made the minecart go through the balls around each one. I mean, mechanic sense of humor. Anyway, the roller coaster went through and skeet skeet out onto my, the island of my home, and then and my other friend Carter went into my world when I was like doing some work in the garage back when we lived in Wisconsin. He drew a giant dick all over it. It was just a running joke. Anyway, I had a track on that map that went to I believe it went all the way from 0 to 15,000 in about every direction. I just spent years just finding all the towns and doing exactly this. It's kind of a therapeutic late night thing I like to do. It's like civil engineering of sorts. That I like to do. So yeah, he went through there and he put dicks everywhere, and it was funny. We had this other one even before that, where I built this house because I like the desert. I'm from California originally, which I'm ashamed of because that place has turned into such a shithole. It's always been corrupt, but my God, that place is Jesus. Yeah, you kind of almost you don't have to watch what you say here in Texas that you're from California, but when you say you're from California, everyone rolls their eyes because they fucking hate Californians, and for good reason. Yeah, so, but because I'm originally from there, I like the desert, and I like heat. That's why we're very happy to live in Texas now, where winter doesn't exist, generally speaking. So, yeah. We need to go that away. Is there another city around here? Oh yeah, there's one over there. So that one goes there, and that one goes there, and that goes here, and that goes. So that's supposed to go actually from there down. So I have to build one out of that side to the south. Whatever. Let's see here. That would be to the west actually. That would be to the west. That would be to the north then. All right, so if that's the way this, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So the negative numbers on the last part are to the north. So we are 900 or so to the north of wherever the starting point on this map is. Let's see here. Let's see, and that is the east, which would make that the south. So we need to make this over here. and we will go over that way. Let's see. If it wasn't such a pain in the ass to deal with sand, I probably should have just burrowed right through that damn mountain. Whatever. All right, and then if you're gonna make these lit, shit's lit, son. You gotta put that there. Boom. This is how I like to do my electrical wiring when I'm doing automotive stuff. I like to hide my work, so it looks like it came that way. Don't just put a bunch of redstone and sand crap everywhere. Oh, idiot. That one. Oh. Miscounted that. There we go. Let's see. In case you're wondering, I would imagine nobody is, but in case you're wondering, I'm doing this with the controller because I spent so many years doing this with on Xbox that it's second nature now. So I tried doing it with a keyboard and a mouse earlier, and I don't. It just picks it all up for me. See here, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. One of my favorite scenes from this show.
By marrying Ward, actually joining the House of Martok. Since the mistress of a great house must approve all marriages, Sorella will spend the next 4 days evaluating Jadzia. My lady.
You put on weight, and your hair is going gray.
My deterioration is proceeding apace.
I thought you would be in your grave by now.
I love this show.
I shall endeavor to die this year, if possible. Allow me to present Captain Benjamin Sisko, commander of Deep Space Nine. Captain, may I present the mistress of the House of Martok, my wife and the mother of my children, Sorella, daughter of Linkasa. Welcome to Deep Space Nine.
Thank you, Captain. Where is she?
Jadzia's quarters are in the habitat ring, section 25 Alpha. Shall I escort? It's quite far away.
I'll find my way. If you'll excuse
The
me.
way he looks at her. Love it.
Magnificent, isn't she?
Warp Cisco's like, hey, that's what you want. That's what you're into, buddy. Hey, good for you. That kind of a look. That's great. Daughter of Linkasa. Let's see. One of my favorite parts of the of that series too. Wife and I are actually trying to just put, $5, $10, $15 away over long term. To eventually save up, just extra money to buy a full-on actual genuine batleth and put it above our wedding picture, specifically because of this. My wife's not a fan of the show. She knows I am, so she puts up with it. Nerd alert! excellent writing, excellent acting, excellent everything in this episode. But it's DS9, so, you know, this is not surprising.
With fire and steel did the gods forge the Klingon heart. So fiercely did it beat, so loud was the sound, that the gods cried out, "On this day we have brought forth the strongest heart in all the heavens. None can stand before it without trembling at its strength." But then the Klingon heart weakened. Its steady rhythm faltered, and the gods said, "Why have you weakened so? We have made you the strongest in all of creation." And the heart said,
I am alone.
And the gods knew that they had erred, so they went back to their forge and brought forth another heart.
There are people who have gotten married looking like these two in cosplay. Usually not in favor of, you know, I'm not a cosplay guy, but that's pretty damn cool. I'm a nerd, but I'm like my nerddom has
But the
limits.
second heart beat stronger than the first. The first was jealous of its power. Fortunately, the second heart was tempered by wisdom.
If we join together, no force can stop us.
Goddamn right.
And when the two hearts began to beat together, they filled the heavens with a terrible sound. For the first time, the gods knew fear. They tried to flee, but it was too late. The Klingon hearts destroyed the gods who created them and turned the heavens to ashes. To this very day, no one can oppose the beating of two Klingon hearts.
Not even me.
Not even me.
God, I love this show.
Worf, son of Morg, does your heart beat only for this woman?
Yes.
Yes.
And will you swear to join with her and stand with her against all who oppose you?
I swear.
Jadzia, daughter of Kayla, does your heart beat only for this man?
Yes.
And do you swear to join with him and stand with him against all who would oppose you?
I swear.
Then let all present here today know that this man and this woman are married.
Not yet.
Now?
Patience!
My lady, welcome to the House of Martok. My daughter.
Anybody else remember when this franchise used to be great? You know, prior to 2005? Prior to Jar Jar Abrams and fucking Alex Kurtzman and all that fucking bad reboot dipshit bullshit. Ah, this used to be wonderful. I'm not a sap, but I am for this.
She is still in surgery, but Dr. Bashir is hopeful she will make a full recovery.
Asarin's dead. Starfleet intelligence intercepted a transmission saying that he'd been killed trying to re-enter the base at Sukata. Could you have made the rendezvous?
Yes.
But yet you turned back to save Jadzia.
Yes.
Were you aware that the information that man had could have saved millions of lives?
Yes.
So what happened?
You may not understand.
Try me, sir.
You were at my wedding. You heard the story of the first 2 Klingon hearts and how nothing could stand against them, and how they even destroyed the gods that had created them. I've heard that story since I was a boy, but I never understood it. I mean, really understood it. Until I was standing in the jungle with my heart pounding in my chest, and I found that even I could not stand against my own heart. I had to go back. And it did not matter what Starfleet thought or what the consequences were. She was my wife, and I could not leave her.
Getting chills just listening to this.
As your captain, it is my duty to inform you that you made the wrong choice.
Yep, but
I don't think Starfleet will file any formal charges. Even a secret court-martial would run the risk of revealing too much about their intelligence operations. But this will go into your service record. And to be completely honest, you probably won't be offered a command on your own after this.
I understand.
You see how there
I've
used to
also
be
issued new
consequences?
orders. You and Jat-Z are not to be assigned to a mission on your own ever again.
Shouldn't have been in the first place, but wait, it is a TV show. We need a story.
One last thing. As a man who had a wife, if Jennifer had been lying in that clearing,
I would have done the same thing.
I wouldn't have left her either.
God, this show used to be so good. Damn right. That's why I got Worf up my wall, Gen Z over there.
Hey. I know you.
When this franchise was good.
We have met.
Ah, fucking chills,
Oh,
man.
you're joking again. That's a good sign. Did you make the rendezvous?
Nope.
No. I could not leave you there. Not for Lazarin. Not for the mission. Not for anything else.
Lazarin?
Dead.
It's called being a man.
Are you
what we do.
trouble?
I've been in trouble before.
I'm sorry. I should have kept going.
Nothing to be sorry about.
I know how much your career means to you.
Somebody cutting up onions in this
You
bitch?
come first.
Ah, fuck.
Before career, before duty, before anything.
Yep.
I do not regret what I did.
You bet your ass.
And I would do it again.
Mm-hmm. It's called being a man.
You could say, thank you for saving my life.
Dick.
Thank you for saving my life.
And you could say, I would do the same for you, Worf.
Well, I'd have to think about that. My career is very important to me, you know.
God, this show is great.
And you could say, I love you.
I love you.
And I love you.
Onions. Fucking onions, man. Somebody's chopping up onions in here. That's what it is. Ah, shit. God, this show used to be so good. Oh. This show used to be so good. Their relationship was just the greatest. The greatest.
Compound fracture.
Odo and Kira was
two
great,
fractured ribs,
but theirs was
torn
better.
ligaments, strained tendons, numerous contusions, bruises, and scratches. What have you been doing?
You mean, what have we been doing?
Never mind. I don't need that particular image running around my head. What happened to you two?
Well, if you must know,
No.
Sex injury.
No, I don't need that image either. In fact, I'm gonna stop asking that question altogether. People can come in, I will treat them, and that's all. Please, have a seat. I'll be with you in a minute.
This hits me right in the childhood.
You do realize that according to Klingon tradition,
according to tradition, we have to get married.
but as you keep insisting, you are not a traditional woman.
The truth is, Worf, at heart, you're not much of a traditional man.
You might be right. How do you wish to proceed?
I don't know.
You must have some idea. You were the...
aggressor.
Yes. And now there are questions that must be answered.
I don't feel like answering questions. Why don't we just take it one day at a time and see what happens?
Yeah. They're gonna get married. Yeah, they got married. It's great.
I do not like the uncertainty of that arrangement.
One thing's for certain. You stop thinking about Grilka.
That is not his best laugh. That was not his best laugh. I love the character, but that was not his best laugh. He doesn't laugh well. And you gotta hit that because it didn't get nailed for stupid shit. Hey, see that? I put one on there. That's got 500 and something views. But then I tried to make another one, and that was it. They were like, nope. Won't pass copyright. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not even trying to, like, make it. I'm just YouTube bots. Just... Hopefully this stream doesn't get nailed by that stupid Everybody's got to get their fucking cut, dude. There ain't even a cut to be had.
Kurn's going to make it. Julian said he'll be up on his feet by tomorrow morning.
Good. Mr. Worf, I want you to tell me why I shouldn't put you on the next transport out of here.
You are well within your right to do so.
I'm not talking about my rights. Answer my question.
Captain, I do not have an answer. Sir, I realize my actions were in violation of Starfleet regulations, but...
Regulations? We're not talking about some obscure technicality, Mr. Worf. You tried to commit premeditated murder.
Benjamin, it wasn't murder. Worf and Kurn were performing a Moktavor ritual. It's part of Klingon belief that...
At the moment, I don't give a damn about Klingon beliefs, rituals, or customs. Now, I have given you both a lot of leeway when it comes to following Klingon traditions. But in case you haven't noticed, this is not a Klingon station, and those are not Klingon uniforms you're wearing. There is a limit to how far I'll go to accommodate cultural diversity among my officers, and you've just reached it. When your brother is released from the infirmary, you better find another way to settle your family problems. Is that clear?
Captain, it may not be possible to...
It's clear. There are definitely other possibilities for Kurn. This will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't. Now, both of you, get out!
Alright, this ought to be interesting.
I want to know what the hell is going on. I want to know why my science officer's been transferred without my consent. I want to know why my chief of operations is lying in the infirmary while the Jem'Hadar who beat him is free to walk the station.
Now you listen to me closely, because I'm not going to say this again.
This is a good one.
The next time you try something stupid, I will make you regret it. You trying to scare me?
Are you questioning the validity of my plan?
I'm trying to save your life and the lives of every hostage in that room. And mister, you are not making it easy.
5 others severely damaged. General Martok himself in critical condition in the Rotaran sick bay. Now, I have given you both a lot of leeway when it comes to following Klingon traditions. But in case you haven't noticed, this is not a Klingon station, and those are not Klingon uniforms you're wearing.
You don't know what any of this is about, do you? You work here. You see these people every day, how they live, and you just don't get it. But what the hell, right? You win some, you lose some.
Better luck next time.
You better hope there isn't a next time, mister. I have cut you a lot of slack in the past. I even looked away once or twice when I could have come down hard on you, but those days are over. Now, we may not be able to get you for selling weapons, but you so much as litter on the promenade, and I will nail you to the wall.
This may all have been a game to
God,
you.
I love
We
Sisko.
take first contact with a new species very seriously, and I don't appreciate...
Excuse me, Commander. If you don't stop this, I'm going to call the police.
You go ahead, call them! Call anybody you want. They can't do anything to me. Not anymore. And nor can any of you. You're Starfleet officers. Now start acting like it. Have you read Worf's after-action report? Isn't it possible that there were no civilians on the transport Worf destroyed? Isn't it possible that the ship he saw was sending out false sensor images and that this whole affair was staged so that the only Klingon officer in Starfleet would be accused of a massacre and the Federation would be forced to stop escorting the convoys? Tell me, Advocate, isn't it possible? And I want to know why the Federation is willing to risk a war with the Romulans to form an alliance with a group of people that we hardly know and barely trust. To hell with you, and to hell with Stone! You killed him. That's what you planned to do all along, isn't it? You knew the data rod wouldn't hold up to scrutiny. You just wanted to get him on the station so that you could plant a bomb on his shuttle. You tried to commit premeditated murder. Another stunt like this, and your wife won't have to complain about the conditions here anymore. Do I make myself clear?
Are you finished?
I haven't even begun. You really want to do this? Here. Now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do it! You were prefect of Bajor during the occupation, true or false?
True.
And you were responsible for everything that happened under your command, true or false?
True.
So that means that you are responsible for the murder of over 5 million Bajorans on your watch, true or false?
False! I tried to save lives during my administration.
Evidence!
Try to stay calm, Benny.
No, I'm tired of being calm. Calm never got me a damn thing. This entire operation has been a waste of resources, men, and equipment. The blame lies with the man who ordered the mission in the first place, not the man who tried to carry it out. Now, I know it's hot, we're filthy, tired, and we've got 10 isotons of explosives going off outside. But we will never get out of this if we don't pull it together and start to act like professionals.
That was low and outside. The ball was clearly outside.
Oh, what the hell were you looking at? You can't tell me that ball was over the plate. What were you doing? Regenerating? In 25 years of duty, I have never been taken off an assignment until now. There is a limit to how far I'll go to accommodate cultural diversity among my officers, and you've just reached it. You're damned right you should have checked. You knew there were civilian ships in the area. You fired at something you hadn't identified. How do you suggest I write up this report? He worked under me for a year and a half. I saw him almost every day. Read his reports. Had him to dinner. I even took him to a baseball game in the holosuite once. And I never saw it. Major, shut that thing off. What the hell do you want from me? You want me to give you my permission to cause more suffering and death? Well, if that's what you're after, you might as well pull out that phaser and end this right now, because I will never give it to you. You betrayed your uniform. That's enough. That future, that space station, all those people, they exist in here. In my mind, I created it. And every one of you know it. You read it. It's here. You hear what I'm telling you?
You can pump a story, but you cannot destroy an idea. Don't you understand? That's ancient knowledge. You cannot destroy an idea. That future, I created it, and it's real. Don't you understand? It is real. I created it, and it's real. You get back in that room, and you shut up.
This will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't. Now, both of you, get out. You stole the run from us. You stole it just as if you reached up and tore off the scoreboard. You stole it from us.
You're out of here!
What?
No player shall at any time make contact with the umpire in any manner. The prescribed penalty for the violation is immediate ejection from the game. Rule number 4.06, subsection A, paragraph 4. Look it up, but do it in the stands. You're gone!
Oh, and this show was good. Another fantastic episode.
Let me guess. You've come back to learn the secret of my filing system.
I know all your secrets now.
Is that so?
What did you do? Did you kill the real Maritza so you could take his place? Well, you'll pay for that death. And all the others you're responsible for.
Well, I don't think I could pay for all of them, Major. There were so many. And you can only execute me once.
It's my only regret. But I'll settle for knowing that Bajor will finally have the satisfaction of punishing the butcher of Galatep.
Tell me, Major, did you figure this out all by yourself? Or did you have help from your Federation masters?
I'll let you wonder about that. It'll keep you occupied while we're waiting for the provisional government to prepare your war crimes tribunal.
War crimes? How could there be war crimes when there hasn't been a war? Oh, I can understand your wish that there had been a war. Your need to indulge some pathetic fantasy about brave Bajoran soldiers marching to honorable defeat. But in fact, Major, you and I know there was no war, no glory. Bajor didn't resist. It surrendered.
The Bajorans were a peaceful people before you came. We offered no threat to you. We could never understand why you had to be so brutal.
Well, we can't have that, Major. I want no more secrets between us. Anything you don't understand, I'll explain to you.
Thank you, but I think I've heard enough of your lies.
What lies? You mean my failure to divulge my true identity? Believe me, Major, I yearned to tell you, but I knew how much more satisfaction you would have if you found out for yourself, and that was my only deception. Maritza was a magnificent file clerk, and I, Gul Dahil, I hope you'll not think it immodest of me to say so, but I was a magnificent leader. Oh, you never saw Galatep at its height. For a labor camp, it was the very model of order and efficiency. And why? For that, you have to look to the top, to me. My word, my every glance was law. And the verdict was always the same, guilty.
Fantastic writing.
Oh, no, Major. You can't dismiss me that easily. I did what had to be done. My men understood that, and that's why they loved me. I would order them to go out and kill Bajoran scum. And they'd do it. They'd murder them. And they'd come back covered in blood. But they felt clean. Now, why did they feel that way, Major? Because they were clean.
You admit your atrocities.
I admit everything. Why not? I was the best at what I did. My accomplishments speak for themselves. Can you say the same? You and that little Shakar resistance cell that you belonged to, all you did was annoy Cardassians while I was out exterminating Bajorans.
Make sure you tell that to the tribunal.
Oh, I will.
And they'll sentence you to death.
Let them. Don't you see it doesn't change anything? Kill me, torture me, it doesn't matter. You've already lost, Major. You can never undo what I've accomplished. The dead will still be dead. What will you do now, Major? Withhold my medicine.
This episode was so good. Turns out that he's...
I was 12 when I started fighting.
Yeah,
but I've heard
that
of some
looks
who were even younger than that.
Yes, let's get to the real issue. How many Cardassians did you kill? I mean, personally.
I didn't keep count.
Oh, I think you did. And I'm sure your total wasn't limited to military personnel. After all, the most effective terrorist weapon was random violence. Don't leave now, Major. It's just getting good.
How many Cardassian civilians did you kill?
Look, I regret a lot of what I had to do.
How convenient of you.
We had no choice. We were fighting for survival.
So were we. We had an empire to protect. We needed your resources. Everything I did was for the greater glory of Cardassia. And if you spineless scum had to be ground under, so much the better. All that mattered was Cardassia. I loved my homeland. That's what justified my actions. That's what gave me strength.
Nothing justifies genocide.
What you call genocide, I call a day's work.
You see the end of that episode and you find out that he's a guy who was Cardassian that actually felt horrible for what the Cardassians had done to the Bajorans. 40-year occupation, millions dead, etc., etc. And when she finally realizes that this guy is pretending to be this horrible mass murderer because he feels so guilty for what his people had done to them, that he feels that they as a people need this kind of therapy for them to get one of the most notorious dudes ever, put him on trial and execute him. And then it turns out they find out that he's not that guy at all. He was just a file clerk, but he saw everything that was going around and he felt horrible about it. And this is what he did to try to make himself feel better and to give some sense of closure of sorts to the Bajorans. And yeah, he breaks down crying that he feels just all the pain and all the regret of the stuff he had to witness. And it's I can't remember the name of the episode. It's season 2, I believe. Fantastic writing. Just absolutely fantastic writing. Yeah, when this franchise was good, my God, it was just so good. But yeah, now it's just all bad reboot. Jar Jar Abrams, Kurtzman, crap. Yeah. At any rate, it's nearly 1 a.m. Texas time, so I think that's probably gonna call it a wrap for us of the evening. I'm getting kind of tired. Kids got to get up for school in the morning, so I do believe that will be a wrap for us. So appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.